What is up, New Beginnings Church? Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day. Let's do this. I'm going to get you over the hump with some good red letter words. Still in Matthew chapter 23, still in the woe chapter of rebuke, but we're going to use it as a way to encourage ourselves and let Jesus teach us. And so anyway, he says this, he goes, "Woe to you, you teachers of the law and Pharisees, you actors and hypocrites." And watch this. He says, "You give a tenth or a tithe of your spices." He goes, you literally are going into your spice garden to give a tithe of everything. Your mint, your dill, and your cumin. I don't know what any of those things are, but my wife does because she's into herbs and spices and mints and oils and Lord knows what else. He goes, I get it. You're tithing off your spice garden, but you have neglected the more important or the weightier matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former. You blind guides, you strain out a gnat, but swallow a camel. I love that last phrase there. You strain out a gnat, but you swallow a camel. Here's Jesus's real big point here, I think, is that he's saying, now here's what's interesting too, because I've had people ask me about tithing before, and they say, hey, does tithing, that's just the Old Testament. And I'm like, well, it's the whole Bible. Abraham does it. Jacob does it. The wisdom literature speaks of it, not as a law, but as wisdom. There's certain New Testament scriptures that lean towards it, and this would be one of them. Jesus could have said, hey, we're done with that whole tithing thing, but he doesn't. He actually says, hey, you're tithing off your spice garden. And he says this, he goes, you neglected the heavier matters of the law, which is so true: justice, mercy, and faithfulness, meaning this: don't tithe and then let that be an excuse for treating people like garbage. That doesn't fly. How you treat people, we talk about this all the time. The ultimate command is how you love one another. So justice, faithfulness, and mercy, how you treat other people, is way more important than you tithing off your spice garden. But Jesus does affirm it because he says you should have practiced the latter, meaning no, tithing is good. You should have done that without neglecting the former, or either way, whichever you put it. But my point is this, is like giving, generosity, percentage giving. Yes. I mean, we are most like God when we're giving. Be generous. By all means, be generous. And to the fullest capacity. Don't let 10% be the ceiling. Let that be a point where you strive to get to it, and then you strive to get beyond it at some point. And so, but don't miss the weightier matters of the law: justice, how I treat people, the ability to do the right thing by others, the just thing by others. Mercy is so important. The ability to not pass heavy critical judgments on people all the time. I did this just the other day. I was in traffic and somebody cut me off, and immediately I was like, that stupid blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what I said. I got all mad. And I said, stop it, Todd. I bet you. And then sure enough, you pass by and it's all good. It doesn't matter. I'm being so critical and negative and heavy. And guess what? That's just making my life negative and heavy. And I don't want that. And so I want to be merciful in how I pass judgments. And then faithfulness, my faithfulness even towards God. I want to be faithfully committed to being at church, reading the scriptures, praying and communing with God, walking with God in my life. And so anyway, these are the heavier matters of the law. Yeah, tithe, absolutely. But don't ever let tithing, or we'd say it like this: don't nitpick the details of the law of God and miss the big point of the Spirit of God, right? That's what we would say. You don't nitpick a detail and then use that as an excuse to treat somebody as less than, made in the image and likeness of God, a person so valuable that Jesus died for them. Can I get an amen to that? Let us lean in. Let us do it all. Let's grasp it all. Let's receive it all. Let's walk in it all. But let's make sure we lean heavily into those weightier matters of justice and mercy and faithfulness. Can I get an amen, church? I love you. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.